Good afternoon, Trump's family. Welcome back to my channel. Have a good day, everyone, and God bless you. Alright, the following is a collection of news from Patriots. Now we will come to today's news. A huge win for Arizona, and Kari Lake out of Arizona with their Supreme Court striking down a Democrat-led effort, in order to continue to expand voting, continue to make it way easier for things to not have a chain of custody, ballot harvesting more of drop boxes, and all kinds of other stuff they were trying to get passed. And it failed. The Supreme Court of Arizona has put a fork in it that has done the Democrats' efforts in order to continue to make it easier for them to win in Arizona. It's just made it that much more difficult for them, which is great news for every citizen of this country. That is a great news, especially for the citizens of Arizona, where you know what people are going to vote and they have to show up in person. They have to vote instead of what the Democrats have been trying to do across the country since 2020. Where they just send ballots to everybody regardless of citizenship status. Everybody gets a ballot, everybody gets registered. This is how the Democrats want to make sure elections go from here on out. But a huge victory in Arizona and for Kari Lake. So let's go take a look at this article coming to us, who has been all over the story, by the way, from the earliest onset of what the Democrats were trying to do in Arizona. So let's take a look. This says Arizona Supreme Court strikes down Democrat dark money ballot initiative to make them easier, and make post-election audits illegal. That's what they want to do. The Arizona Supreme Court has shot down a proposal ballot initiative that would eliminate basic election integrity measures under the deceptive name. They use a resonance for free and fair elections, obviously, anything that Democrats name, and it's never what it actually is. It's always quite the opposite. The Democrat-backed dark money ballot initiative, officially titled Proposition 210, would have made it easier for them to expand drop boxes and mail-in voting, voter registration to all regardless of their citizenship status, and automatic voter registration, and banning post-election audits like the Arizona State Senate 2020 election audit. Under the new law, it would be a Class 6 felony to provide voted ballots to a person for the purposes of auditing an election. Kari Lake War Room. Official Twitter accounts said the Arizona for Free and Fair Election initiative is a Democrat Trojan homeworks meant to permanently weaken Arizona elections. It must not pass. Team Kari Lake will tell you more about this in the coming days. And this was back in July. The Gateway Pundit reported extensively on the Arizona 2020 election audit, which discovered massive election violations and hundreds of thousands of ballots that need to be rechecked. Of course, we know what happened with the 2000 Meals documentary about how they were trafficking ballots and their drop boxes. It's no wonder why they want to expand to drop boxes and mail-in ballots. Initiative would also have restored permanent early voting list in Arizona, allowing mail-in ballots to be sent each year to people who may not even vote. So yeah. In 2021, Arizona's legislature passed a law that requires the state to remove infrequent voters from the state's permanent early voting list, turning it into an active early voting list. GOP Governor Doug Ducey also signed a bill earlier this year, mandating the voters show proof of citizenship in order to vote in federal elections. The latter has been such a subject of a lawsuit filed against Arizona by the Biden Department of Justice. Of course, they want everybody to be able to vote, doesn't matter where you're from, which refers to the law being unnecessary requirement and turns the clock back on progress, and block eligible voters from registration rolls for federal. Certainly it doesn't. According to the AP, the state Supreme Court Friday's decision upholds a lower court ruling issued hours earlier, in which Maricopa County Superior County Judge Joseph the 1100th MC Tissues rejected 1,000 of signatures. Instead, the initial fell 1458 signatures short of the 238,000 required to qualify. Yeah. So huge win for Arizona. Hopefully, Arizona will continue their rolls of wins. Hopefully that Katie Hobbs will not be elected as the governor of Arizona. Hopefully Arizonans show up for Kari Lake, and Blake Masters, and any other based individual running in that country, in that state. Because we can ill afford Arizona to fall to the Democrats once again by their nefarious ways of manipulating the law in order to ensure that they can continue to keep grip of a one-party rule. And it appears to be that the esteemed Dr. Nurse Bed Jill Biden is getting sick and tired of actually caring for her elderly demented husband. That's right. When do you think your service isn't directing Joe where to go and what to say and what to do, or the handlers that's in his ear telling him what to say? It's Nurse Jill Biden at his side to make sure that he doesn't do anything foolish or stupid on the world stage, and absolutely, she sucks at that job too. But she is getting tired, visibly tired of caring for this dementia-ridden patient. This is what they're doing. So Dr. Dentistry is dying. You deserve everything you are getting right now. And hopefully you will be getting way a lot more when this dude is under investigation for all the crimes he's been involved in, and most certainly you've been involved in too. So let's kind of take a look at what we have here coming to us. It says it looks like Jill is getting really tired of playing nursemaid. I bet I'm sure she's tired changing those diapers. So it appears that Joe is getting harder for Jill to manage, or she's just getting sick of it. Or hey, maybe it's both things in one, that'd be my guess. But just the way she walks over to him and moves him and turns him and walks away when he's really irksome, feel to it. I know we can see it. We can't see her mouth. But you can still get a vibe from people by their movements, body language, eyes, and Jill seems just really annoyed. There was no loving part or twinkle in her eyes as she was moving him. And she did not linger, she moved away rather abruptly, quickly, and then spun around and walked away. Not to mention that, as annoyed as she looked doing that, it is absurd that anybody would have to treat the so-called President of the United States that way. And let's be honest, this sort of thing happens all the time between Joe and Jill. She's always directing them, running cover for him, dragging them away from the press as if he's a toddler unable to make his own good decision. You can watch the video below. There's no audio on the video. By the way, though. The president and his wife wearing masks outside like it is. Let's take a look. Let's see what happened here. Here she comes. Oh no, come back here, and then she just was late. Enlarge that. Let's watch that one more time. So here's she come to see her as she comes up here. He's talking and whatever. Maybe he's too close to him that she thinks that she comes up. And she may have had a look at who does that to the President United States. The First Lady Melania Trump never did that. Barack Obama, his husband, never did that to him. And other presidents' wives never did that to them. But Joe Biden, on the other hand, Jill has come in here constantly manhandled. Look at this. Watch her did just manhandle him back. And he looks back at her, and just look at those eyes. She's like, come on. Okay, good. You're good right there. Don't move now. She probably told them. They'll move in, and she walks away. She's like, oh, my gosh, I'll probably have changed his diaper after this. Now too. I smelled something as she walks away. What a pathetic, showing that our country has done wonder. Baghdad has fallen. No wonder Afghanistan has fallen. No wonder no country on this planet respects this administration, or this regime, or whatever it is that you want to call it. They don't respect them. And nor should they at this point. Because he can't even make his own decisions. They're not dealing with Joe during they have to deal with Jill. I remember that famous that the picture of her on Air Force once. She was like going over paperwork and signing stuff like she was the president. And actually, she kind of is, if you think about it. She's the one that's directing Jill all the time. She's there all the time. She's probably telling him what to do, what to say, to who to say to, so it's no surprise to me that she's probably very, very annoyed that she has to probably change the diaper and continue to think, but hey, Jill, you deserve it. You've earned it, babe. Thank you so much for listening. God bless. I'll be back soon with another report. God speak to each and every one of you. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all of your kind words. I'll be back